Hello everyone and welcome to the APL Round 7 of the F1 2010 Championship. My name is Warpanda and I'll be your commentator today. We have Round 7, the Italian Grand Prix. We will have 2 more rounds after this race. But for today, let's enjoy the beautiful Italian Grand Prix. We have a 10-minute qualifying to start off. We of course have our veterans which we have been with throughout all of the season, like Sebo, Dras or Estenba. To be fair, the qualifying isn't that important at Monza as on the other tracks because it's quite easy to overtake here and we expect quite a lot of chaos. Also the tire wear has been moved up a little bit, so we expect a 2-stop race with a possible 1-stop, but the drivers are not really sure what is more preferable. Can you guys tell me if the stream is okay or if it's lagging, or I would love to know because I can see. Estenba so far on provisional pole, but the times will of course improve. Those were just the outlaps. The first real hot laps start now. As we go on board with Estenba. So, no one told me how is the stream, it's amazing. So, out of the final corner, Estenba, and it's 1:28.9, which is not a bad time at all to start with. But Dras immediately beat him with almost a second quicker time, 1:27.336. One of the favorites we are still missing today is 13bot. He is not here yet, but he will join us shortly, I'm sure of it. 13bot won in Spa last time around, with quite a dominant fashion. As Dras goes wide in Parabolica. If you guys could just give me a second, I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay then. I'll be right on the server again. Okay, so here we go, we're back into the qualifying. I hope the stream is better now. If not, then I don't know what to do, to be honest. We have a qualifier on hards, that's brave strategy. Here is dress. Yet to set a time. Yeah, I think the stream improved. There's of course, at least from what I see. I hope it's better, because there was a problem we had last time around in Spa. I think this might have solved it. So let's go. Thumbs up. And let's enjoy the race. After his qualifying, Gryosak currently in P1. Ahead of Uncle Pierre. Then it's Ferox on the Ferrari, the home Ferrari here at Monza. In P3, then is in P4 on the Mercedes. Then of course it's Pastor Maldonado in P5. With Mr. Trabensaft in P6. On the Toro Rosso, Uncle Pierre's teammate. Sorry. Then yeah, now it's changed a lot again. Sebo's gone up to P5 on the Renault. Now it's the traffic madness we know from real life Monza. A lot of people in turn 1. First one to finish is Mr. JMV. Jesus, as I was told, or as I call him, Jesus. His teammate Ferox currently in P5 on Ferrari. Missing about the 10th to P4. Rico currently on pole position with the fastest lap time in the Lotus. Oh, that was an interesting camera glitch, but here is the wonderful green Lotus. in P1 so far. Here is Uncle Pierre in P2. Let's see. Oh, Rausak has just gone on to pole position. So that could be very well for him. It's Dras in P3. I don't understand why 13 bot is not in the session. Maybe he's only joining for a race because he feels like it. Or he's not joining at all, but he's in the call, which is weird. Anyway, back to what we see now. Rausak is P1 with Rico P2. Dras seems to be still on a lap. There is no checker flag to his name. Estemba is P4 at best. Sebo is P10 at best, but there are still some drivers sitting lap times behind. And as the overtime ends, is Rausak on pole position with Rico alongside him on the front row. And now it's showing me totally different standings. That's amazing. But okay, so from what I see now, it's Dras on pole position, Teshus on the Virgin in P2, Rausak in P3. Anyone knows why they did it to me. But anyway, Rico is P4, Estemba is P5, Uncle Pierre is P6 on the Toro Rosso, Pastor Maldonado is P10, P7 in his Williams, Suash in HRT in P8. Big heads up to this driver, he's driving on keyboard and he's one of the fastest keyboard drivers I've ever known. Ferox on the first Ferrari in P9, Tony Turpien in P10, Sebo P11 on the Renault, Dennis P12 in the Mercedes, Mr. Aditya on the HRT in P13, Mr. Traubenschaft in P14 with the Toro Rosso, Loyal in the second Lotus in P15, Jesus, or Jesus as I call it, P16 in on the Ferrari, Tom Z in the Sauber P17, Void Intent P18 in the Red Bull, and 13 bot, as I had my suspicions, starting last in P19 with the Force India. So Dras on pole and 13 bot last. It's a big Force India sandwich. As the drivers now start to spawn on the grid, here we can see yeah, it's like this. It's great. Here we can see Dras. Oh, someone's watching the stream. Hello. Welcome to the APL F1 2010 Championship. We are about to start the race at Monza with Dras on pole position for Force India. Teshus in the Virgin alongside him on the front row, Rausak in P3, that's our top 3 for the race. You can already hear some people touring the engines on the grid. As the lights will start to go red and then out in just few moments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red lights out, and here we go with Dras on pole, making his way into turn 1 with Estemba alongside him, and Estemba takes the lead, and there's some carnage in the back, and that's Sebo and few other guys having to cut turn 1. Estemba leads right now from Teshus and Dras, getting quite already a healthy lead. Dras with Uncle Pierre right behind him. 13 bot already up to P6, that's crazy considering he was starting P19. It's a great opening lap by 13 bot, there's a lot going on in the midfield. Dras attacking Teshus. Teshus going wide there in the first Lesmo, into the second Lesmo we go. Dras still behind him as we go on board with the Force India driver. He's having a small look down the inside, but he breaks earlier. What about the exit Dras is gonna get here? Thirteen bot up to P4 already behind Dras. He's past Suash, who's in P5. Sebo's up to P6. It's a great performance from Sebo, but he's got Pastor Maldonado right behind him. Sebo gets passed by Uncle Pierre and Pastor Maldonado, but there's still a battle going on. As here they are. And there was a small touch between Uncle Pierre and Mr. Maldonado. Sebo's still right on his tail. But he doesn't make the move as 13 bot is already behind Dras. There's a lot of battles going on at the moment, and we get divorced cameras, of course. Thank you very much, game. So yeah, Sebo getting chased down by Uncle Pierre. As 13 bot, will he be able to make the move on Dras here? He's very, very close. He pulls out, and we don't see anything. That's great. Again, and 13 bot's down the inside, and he takes P3 from Dras. Great stuff from 13 bot, as Uncle Pierre is right behind Sebo. That's very close, but not close enough. Meanwhile, here is... oh my god, these cameras, I'm going to kill myself. Ferox and Tom Z wheel to wheel. As Uncle Pierre is wheel to wheel with Sebo into turn 1. Uncle Pierre breaks later, but Sebo's on the inside line, which now turns to the outside. Sebo tries to switch back, he hits Uncle Pierre's rear, and he takes the place. Tom Z and Ferox wheel to wheel into turn 1 as well. Ferox gets the place from Tom Z, the final top 10 spot. For now, here we go on board with the Sauber. As Turpinbok gets past Tessius. Here is Tom Z wheel to wheel with the Ferrari, Sauber against Ferrari. Down the inside, and the Ferrari manages to stay ahead. As 13 bot and Dras and Tessius are having a great battle here at the front. Wheel to wheel, 13 bot down the inside of Dras, and he gets the place down. What about Dras? Can he fight back? Not at this stage. 13 bot also very close to Tessius, as Estemba is slowly running away from here. Wheel to wheel and into Parabolica, and 13 bot gets P2. What can Tessius do here? Can he fight back in his Virgin Marussia? Was it actually called Marussia in London? I don't even know. Anyway, the Virgin driver wheel to wheel with 13 bot into turn 1. 13 bot stays ahead, and he will now start to chase Estemba, who's about a second ahead of him. Ferox and Tom Z again wheel to wheel here into turn 1. Tessius has taken the place back from 13 bot, but 13 bot's got it back again. Great stuff from these two. Ferox, Tom Z and JMV battling for the last P10 spot. Great battle between the Sauber and the Ferraris, but now Ferox has been pushed wide and he's off the track. So JMV takes P11, Ferox down to P13 with obviously dirty tires. So what will JMV do now? He's trying to have a look down the outside, but he's gone wide. Void Intent gets past Rico in his Lotus. Let's switch to a different camera for a moment, but as we speak, 13 bots already closing on Estemba, 3 tenths between the two drivers. 13 bot is definitely the fastest man on track. Bot closing in, he's having a look down the inside, and he doesn't make the move. Well, we need a better camera for this, and here we go on board with 13 bot. As he's still closing in on the Mercedes, Force India versus Mercedes. Around the on the inside line. And Estemba gives the place up, and 13 bot takes the lead of the race on lap 5 out of 27 laps. And he already has pretty much a 2-second lead, as Estemba seems to be slow, and I think he's made a mistake in the chicane, as Teshus gets P2 and Ras P3. Estemba is still close enough behind the rest to fight back, and you can see the dirt on his tires. Now Dres gets a little bit of a gap. Uncle Peter behind Suaj, that's the closest battle we currently have on track. And he's closing in on Suaj, but he's not close enough yet. He's staying very close, but he's not able to get close enough. 13 bot already 3-second lead on his soft tires. And now around the outside goes Uncle Pierre. But he goes wide in Parabolica, and Swash takes the place back again. As meanwhile Tomzi and Void Intent are going very hardly wheel to wheel here, as well as Maldonado and Estemba. Tomzi in the slipstream of the Red Bull, and now on the outside line. But now he switches to the inside, Void Intent goes around the outside, and he keeps the place. As Uncle Pierre and Swash wheel to wheel in the chicane, and Uncle Pierre gets bumped off the track by Swash. Sebo gets passed as well. So the Renault driver says thank you very much and takes P7. Here is Pastor Maldonado, as you can see. Yes, he's real. Fighting with Estemba, the Mercedes driver. In the slipstream, wheel to wheel, heading towards Parabolica. Little bit of wheel bumping. And Estemba is on the grass. He tries to go around the outside, but he just hasn't got enough grip there. 13 bots in the pit lane. Virgin Power, yes. Yes, sir. Thank you for your comment. I absolutely agree with it. What a gay ass camera. Estemba on the inside, it turns to the outside. Little wheel bumping with Pastor Maldonado. And now around the outside. Which now gets the inside. I'm totally confused by the size and Monza with all the chicanes. They are still wheel to wheel. Pastor Maldonado around the outside, which will now become the inside into this corner. but he has to stay behind Estemba. Where did 13 bot come out of the pit lane? He's in P8, 2.5 seconds behind Uncle Pierre. As I've said in qualifying, these tires degrade quicker than they should. That's what was agreed on before the race, so we have a bigger tire degradation, which sets us up for a potential Q-stop race. I'm quite sure 13 bot is on a Q-stop strategy. And again, wheel to wheel heading towards Parabolica. Pastor Maldonado gets to a provisional P3 spot with Estemba on his inside. And he manages to stay ahead. But now with the slipstream, will Estemba be able to fight back again? And yes, Estemba's ahead in the slipstream, but now Maldonado on the inside. And out of turn 1. In slipstream of the Mercedes. This is a very cool battle. Again Maldonado on the inside. Into the chicane. And Estemba hangs it around the outside. But Pastor Maldonado, what a move! And he gets into P3. Great stuff there. Meanwhile Teshu's leading for Virgin, with Dras 1.3 seconds behind him. Uncle Pierre right behind Suash, and Sebo getting chased down by 13 bot. We should watch this from... sorry about it, cameras. From 13 bot's perspective, he gets past Sebo. No reason for Sebo to fight that on the softs. And 13 bot now will need to get past Uncle Pierre and Suash very quickly for his undercutting strategy to work. He boxed from softs to hards. He's very close in the Parabolica. Uncle Pierre runs wide, he lets 13 pretty much through. Now he needs to get past Suash as well. 13 bot, one of the favorites for the race, who started from P19 but was immediately up front after turn 1. Now wheel to wheel with Suash into turn 1, Suash defends the inside line. 13 bot late on the brakes, Suash is still there, and 13 bot there's contact, he jumps all over the sausage curbs. As Suash is slow out of the corner. Sebo gets past Uncle Pierre, we have unfortunately missed that battle. 13 bot is through, there was a small contact but nothing big. As Void Intent goes wheel to wheel with Uncle Pierre as well. Everyone survived this battle. How's everyone doing this fine day? Void Intent right on the rear of Sebo 55. He's having a look down the inside. And he gets the move done. Sebo is down to P8. As Estemba is once again closing in on Pastor Maldonado. What a battle these two are having. But Estemba runs wide in the Parabolica, that will affect his exit on the main straight. But Pastor Maldonado heads into the pit lane, Estemba continues. Rico and Tom Z are also having a scrap here. Sauber versus Lotus. Also, if anyone missed the news, Sauber is now in real life 100% owned by Audi. And down the inside goes Tom Z. But will he be able to stay ahead of Lotus? Wheel to wheel through the chicane. And out of the chicane we don't see a lot right now, but Tom Z is ahead of the Lotus. And Rico now on the inside, just a little bit ahead, and he's ahead of Tom Z. The Lotus gets past the Sauber driver. Meanwhile, Uncle Pierre closing in on Sebo 55. Here you can see his beautiful face, but you cannot because he is in his helmet. But he's close to Sebo and Sebo is close to Swash, so this is a multiple car battle with Swash up front. Uncle Pierre close to Sebo, Sebo close to Swash. Not wheel to wheel 100% yet, but I'm quite sure we will get to see some wheel to wheel action here pretty soon. Sebo meanwhile still on the softs, and just as about I say that, he goes into the pit lane, so Uncle Pierre goes past. Which kind of ruins the potential battle we could have seen, but anyway. Lockups here into turn 1. Uncle Pierre and Swash. Here is Pastor Maldonado in P11 after boxing. Meanwhile 13 bot is up to P4. Behind the guys who have not stopped yet, which are Tesius, Dras and Estemba. They are on a different strategy to 13 bots, so this will be a very interesting race strategy wise. Bot close behind Estemba as I was checking my OBS, and wheel to wheel into the Parabolica. 13 bot down the inside on Estemba and he gets up to P3. He's on fresher hearts. And he's on a potentially, I think, very good strategy here. As he's storming down the main straight. Here you can see 13 bot in his all might. As Estemba is right behind him and we don't get to see absolutely anything. But out of the corner is the same 13 bot ahead of Estemba. As Tomzy is pulling out from Rico's slipstream and goes past the Lotus driver into turn 1 on the inside line. But Rico, oh my god, these camera angles are going to make me sick. So I wish they could be more adjustable. Anyway, here you can see a 3-car battle between Tomzy, Rico and Jesus. As he goes, Rico goes around the outside of Tomzy. Now it actually looks really good, this camera, for the first time in history. And down the inside goes the Lotus of Rico, and he pushes, Tomzy pushes Rico a little bit wide into the first Lesmo, and Tomzy's down the inside. The Lotus driver tries to hang it round the outside, and he goes around the outside again, and there was almost contact, but Rico makes it through. What a move by the Lotus driver. Great stuff here from these two. As Dras gets past Tesius, who is in the pit lane, the Virgin driver pit. Driver for the Virgin team, so we don't make any assumptions. Estemba in the pit lane as well, so it's a Force India 1-2 at the moment. 13 bot behind Dras. As I've already said, 13 bot has stopped, while Dras did not. Dennis and Ferox at the end of the field. And it's Ferox ahead of Dennis. Estemba against Ryosak. But Estemba on the fresh softs, I think, has got the upper hand here. I think he'll have to stop one more time and for softs again, because there's a quite long way to go still in this race. Tomzy and Rico still close to each other. Sauber against Lotus, with Jesus waiting right behind them in his Ferrari. And some great speed there on these long Monza straights. As Dras pits, and 13 bot I think pits as well, so it's a double stop for Force India. Void Intent should go on to lead lead the race unless he pits again, and he does so, so he should get up into P1. So it's Void Intent in P1. Uncle Pierre has gone out just ahead of Draz. That is not good for Draz. But Draz has gone past Tessius, so he has overcutted the driver for the Virgin team. But Draz now needs to get past Uncle Pierre as quickly as he can, as we go on board with his camera. And he goes around the outside into the Variante. I'm going to learn that corner's name, give me a second. Variante de la Rogia, sorry about it, I forgot for a moment. As Tessius goes past Uncle Pierre as well on the inside. But Draz ahead of Tessius, virtually taking the lead of the race. 13 bot 1.8 behind. He will have to get past Uncle Pierre as well. Tessius is still close to Draz. How close is he going to get? In the slipstream, there is no one ahead of Draz to help him with his slipstream. Draz will have to fight this, and Tessius is in quite a good position here. As around the Curva Parabolica we go. Draz leading again, or for the first time today, I think. Maybe he will start a little bit. But wheel to wheel into turn 1. And Tessius gets the move done on Draz. So Virgin team leads the race ahead of the two Force Indias. As into Variante de la Rogia we go. Draz in P2, and will there be team orders at Force India, as it might seem that 13 watt is quicker than Draz here. How close is he going to get? He's half second behind his teammate. Should Draz let 13 bot pass here? Or will they race? 13 bot pulls out, and I think he's ahead of Draz, and that's... Oh, he's there still wheel to wheel. Draz is not giving this one up, is he? As they go wheel to wheel into the Parabolica, but 13 bot gets ahead of Draz, and now will try to chase down Tessius. Wheel to wheel into turn 1, this is very close. As on board with 13 bot we go, and he's ahead of Draz. Tessius just about 7 tenths in front of him. Here we can see from Draz is on board. Draz in P3, the top 3 are having a very good battle. And 13 bot is very close to Tessius. Just 3 tenths separating the two drivers. 13 bot seems to be the quickest here. Will he be able to get past quickly? On the limit there in the second Lesmo, and now he's very close. He's got the better exit. Around the outside he goes. For the lead of the race, will 13 bot get the move done? We go on board with Tessius. He's later on the brakes into the Assetto chicane. 13 bot survives the attack on the late move, and the late move from Tessius. Now again around the outside, heading towards Parabolica. What are these two going to give us in terms of racing action? 13 bot is on the outside, and around the outside he goes, and he's in the lead of the race, but now there's a snap from his Force India, and still wheel to wheel. A battle for the lead of the race. 13 bot is just behind Tessius in the Marussia Virgin. Wheel to wheel on the main straight. And 13 bot goes around the outside. Tessius now on the inside. Again later on the brakes, a little bit of snapping there. Great battle and great action from these two. Again out of the turn 1 we go. 13 bot now on the inside for this corner, which will then turn to the outside for the next chicane. Teshius is now on the inside line. As he goes down the inside, but 13-bot breaks later. He makes the turn. Teshius now gave a better exit, and 13-bot was on the gravel there. And Teshius gets the move down again and defends his lead of the race from 13-bot. Also, we must not forget Dras is right behind him as well, waiting for his chance. 13-bot again with the better exit and in the slipstream here. On the inside line this time. This will benefit 13-bot. And 13-bot's got the move down, and he's ahead of Teshius. And now Dras is close to Teshius as well, as they all go wide out of the Ascari chicane. Dras on the inside line for the Parabolica. And Dras is ahead, and it's a Force India 1-2, and 13-bot's off the track ahead of him. 13-bot went wide in the Parabolica, and Dras and Teshius both go through. All 13-bot's hard work undone. And now in the slipstream of the two cars, and they are going to make it 3 wide on the main straight into turn 1. As Dras very late brakes, and Dras gets pumped by Teshius. 13-bot is in the lead of the race, and he's off the track again. What is 13-bot doing? On the exit of the corners. He was off the track again. And now it's Dras who leads for Force India with Teshius right behind him. Around the outside, we will now turn into the inside. And Teshius later on the brakes than Dras, and he gets the move down into the Variante de la Roja. I'm running out of breath here. And he tries to hang it around the outside. Great racing action. Dras fighting for all his might here. But now he's 13-bot again behind Dras. Who will get closer to who at what time? I think it's Dras getting closer to Teshius on the inside line. Into Variante Ascari. Teshius hangs it around the outside. Will Dras be able to get the better exit here? 13-bot is right in his mirrors, as you can see. Dras closing up in the slipstream. 13-bot bump drafting Dras as he goes down the inside on Teshius and takes the lead into the Curva Parabolica. Teshius survives for now, but 13-bot is right here, wheel to wheel with him. 3 wide again on the main straight. Can we get like the third person POV? Yes, please. And 13-bot around the outside, he gets pushed wide, and there was contact from Dras as well. This helps Teshius regain the lead of the race. Wheel to wheel, still wheel to wheel. The two Force Indias now into the Variante de la Roja. 13-bot later on the brakes as he gets the move done. The Force Indias should work more here together. They need to get Teshius. There are 7 laps to go still. Remember, the soft tires will wear down as well. So it's about who takes the better care of them. On board with Dras. And now on the outside line, 13-bot. Around the outside of Teshius. Will Teshius be able to retake the place down the inside? We have seen him aggressive on the brakes, but 13-bot later on the brakes as he gets the move down and takes the lead of the race. What about Dras now? 13-bot weaving at front, trying to break the slipstream. Dras goes wheel to wheel with Teshius. 13-bot's giving his teammate the slipstream as Teshius not being able to go around the outside, or is he? He is able to go around the outside. 13-bot was way wide in the Parabolica again, I think. As now wheel to wheel, these two clearly have much better speed than 13-bot. And there is a back marker coming out of the pit lane, and that's quite dangerous. And they just make pass. I'm not sure if that was Loyal or Rico. Wheel to wheel. My alarm just went on. Can you believe that? And the Virgin versus the Force India. Wheel to wheel into Variante de la Roja with the Lotus right behind them. And now Teshius, he manages to defend his P2 very close with Dras. And 13-bot slow. What's 13-bot doing? And now he's wheel to wheel with his teammate. And oh, there's been contact between the two Force Indias. What happened to 13-bot again? He always gets into the lead of the race. And then he just goes back. 13-bot again close to Tissues now on the inside line. As he gets the place down. Or he manages to retake the lead of the race. They are still very, very close to each other. Can we please? Different camera, thank you. We don't see a lot from here, but okay. As is Dras on the outside line. Can he hang it? And 13 bot really weaving a lot again. As he heads into the pit lane, 13 bot is in the pit lane. He goes out of this fight now. It's Dras against Tissues. Techos. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Help. And on the inside line to get the place down, but Dras now will have the slipstream. Round the Curva Grande we go. It's from the pilot's point of view. Force India against the Virgin. And Dras stays in P2. Can we just take a moment to get a deep breath, please? Because that was a crazy, crazy battle going on for multiple laps, and it's still carrying on between Dras and Tissues, and these two will also have to pit as well, as 13bot is making his way past in the traffic, which is not best for his strategy. He's losing time here, but Dras and Tissues should be battling as well, as we can see right here. And down the inside into Parabolica goes Dras. And Tissues will now have the slipstream to defend, but Dras... No, he doesn't get into the pit lane. He tried to bait Tissues. There's a very, very late move from Dras. Wheel to wheel down the main straight. Into turn 1, into the first chicane. Dras on the inside line. Brakes later. And he makes the corner, and there's contact! Contact! Dras is spun around. Tissues is slowed down. Dras has to take this escape road. He will of course now accelerate, but that's about 2.5 seconds lost for Dras for no reason at all. Void Intent in P3. Where did he appear here? He's right behind Dras now. 13bot in the meantime in P9. Void Intent on the inside of Dras into the first Lesmo. Oh, and there's contact, but just a small one. Everyone survives. Dras had the worst exit out of this corner, and now Void Intent will definitely attack him. Dras will also have damaged tires from his spin. Dras manages to defend the inside line, but I'm not sure for how long will he be able to keep this up. I think he might dive down into the pit lane this lap, as Void Intent round the outside. And Dras again with the inside line defense keeps the place, but now with the back marker. And does Dras get into the pit lane? No, he does not. Wheel to wheel down the main straight. More wheel to wheel action in the top 3. Dras against Void Intent. Late brakes, and Void Intent round the outside gets the move down on Dras. Will Dras be able to fight back? I'm not so sure about that. Those tires must be cooked after his spin, which was caused by contact with Tissues, who's currently leading the race by 2.6 seconds from Void Intent. But now Dras in the slipstream closing in, but he doesn't have the bravery to go down the inside, which could have been quite dangerous, to be fair. Now Void Intent gained quite a lot of time to Tissues. I'm going to get a heart attack. Oh my god. Tons of wheel to wheel action, and Tissues might have made a mistake somewhere while I was taking the deep breath, because he's now 3/10 behind him. He brakes earlier, he prepares the exit. As we swap the camera for the onboard one. And he's getting closer and closer, and he's going to make the move around the outside. And around the outside into the Parabolica. Does he get the move done? We see only the barriers. And he's around the outside in the Parabolica. Once we got the other camera point of view. Now wheel to wheel down the main straight here at Monza. Virgin against Red Bull, that's not a battle you would have seen in real life. Down into turn 1, Tissues on the inside line. Voidenden later on the brakes, there's no contact. And Voidenden gets past and takes the lead of the race. As Dras goes past Tissues as well, so Dras waiting there hungrily. And gets the move down on Tissues as well. But now Tissues again looking down the inside. He's letting Dras know he's there, but he backs out of the move. So he's down to P3 in a matter of 1 sector. There are just few laps to go, and I'm starting to wonder if these guys are going to pit at all. Because 13 bot did, and it might not have paid off so much. And there's something happening to 13 bot here. And I think that he got stuck in traffic, which is not good for him. The top 3 are currently quite far away from each other, at least for now, so we can watch this battle. 13 bot trying to get past Uncle Pierre. I think he made a mistake with his strategy maybe today, if the others are not going to dive into the pits in these laps. Dras is still in the contention for the win with 1.6 seconds behind Void Intent. There are still 2 laps to go, so something can happen. But 13 bot might have messed up here with his strategy. The others preserved their tires and 13 bot pitted again for the 2-stop, and now he's down in P5 as he goes wheel to wheel with Rico down the main straight and down the inside. Locks up, he stays ahead, and that's about it. Now he has 13 seconds to make up, because somehow Estenba's getting back into the podium battle. I have barely noticed that. Estenba is right behind Tissues. On board with the Mercedes. As Void Intent will start the final lap shortly with a 2-second gap, but Estenba got a great exit out of the Ascari chicane. He bumps into Tissues here, so he has to go back into the slipstream, and now he will go around the outside. Let's try this camera, but he doesn't, I think, have the bravery to send enough around the outside. Wheel to wheel out of the Parabolica, the battle for the final podium spot on the last lap as Void Intent leads us into the final lap. Wheel to wheel on the main straight, Estenba just manages to stick his nose ahead. What can Tissues do here? Late brakes. And Estenba's got the move down around the outside. Will Tissues be able to fight back? Nerve-wracking last lap battles here at Monza as Tissues goes around the outside. And now down the inside into the variant. Oh my god, and Estenba just stays ahead, but now Tissues pulls out an amazing switchback on Estenba. As down the inside into the first Lesmo, he is ahead of the Mercedes driver. Will Estenba be able to fight back? As here is Void already celebrating. Estenba is not close enough to Tissues, I think. And Void heads up into the Parabolica for one last time. He did not in fact win in Spa, but he's going to win the Italian Grand Prix. Void Intent crosses the line in first to take P1. Draws a great podium for Force India. Tissues holds off Estenba for P3 finish by some of the smallest margins. Here is Rico in P5. Uncle Pierre P6 for him. Suash gets P7. JMV P8. 13 bot, disappointing race from him, only 9th, the Spa Grand Prix winner. Tomzi, the first driver not in the top 10, P11. Pastor Maldonado, a great P12 for him. GG, boys. That's an interesting line from Mr. Turpainen here. What are these two doing? They are still wheel to wheel. Oh my god, last lap battles. And wheel to wheel down into Parabolica as Snow Turpainen finishes in P13. Let's watch wheel to wheel here. Out of the Parabolica, the final corner with Dennis, and it's going to be a photo finish. Who gets the place? And it's Ferox. It's Ferox. He just got Dennis on the line. And Loyal and Sebo finish one lap down. Disappointing race for Sebo for sure. He'll want to improve on that one. And if you are still watching, please do not go yet, because we will have some APL post-race interviews. I will just disconnect from the server, close my content manager, open my OBS, open my Discord. I will join the commentators room. No one is in the press conference yet, so we will wait for a bit. Mr. Tissues is the first one in the press conference. Dras, the P2 man. We are still waiting for the race winner. But I guess we can start with Dras because no one else is joining the press conference yet. Hello, Dras.
Hello, Wopanda.
Hello, how are you doing? You finished P2 today.
Stressful, man. There was not a single lap that I could just sit idly and chill because there was Tetris. I was fighting constantly with Tetris.
Yeah, I saw. I almost lost my voice, I think.
It's quite enjoyable, like as Monza should be. But yeah, huge thanks, to Jacob. He helped me a lot in that fight, sometimes giving me slipstream. There was at times where me and Jacob were both going at Tetris, but I don't know why he pitted. I think the initial plan was to make the two-stop work, but at the end I felt that soft could go a long way.
Okay, so you qualified on pole, I think. Is that correct?
I did.
Yeah, I had a little bit of issues in qualifying with the stream, so that's broken. So don't look at it because I caught someone else on pole. But yeah, other stuff was working, and you did a great job today with your P2. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And
thank you, man.
The rest of your night.
Oh, you too, man. Have fun. Have fun. Bye
bye.
Bye.
Hello, Mr. Tissues.
Hello.
So, how did you enjoy your race today? You had an amazing battle.
I don't have any words. Like, it's my first race here, and everything goes fine. I do great battle. Like with Dries, I battle with him like maybe all the race. I think.
Yeah,
the car feel good, and this feeling to race, really race with someone with where wheel to wheel fighting for the win. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it was great to watch you there. Sorry for calling you virgin driver. I didn't mean it like
Oh shit.
I meant like the team. But yeah, big congratulations. You had an amazing fight at the end with Estemba as well. Held on to the podium. So yeah, big congratulations to you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hey, thank you for your amazing pace. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
So now I'm waiting for the race winner, but I'm not sure if I can drag him here or if he's in the middle of something very important. So I will just try to end. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Blank.
Hello.
Hello. So, how did you enjoy your race today?
Well, the thought was that can be described in words I cannot say because YouTube is going to do funnies with you. That Brazilian lawyer had massive leg issues, took me out twice because of it. But I don't know. I don't know how I managed to get to P1 in the end.
Yeah, it was a
That's good.
great drive.
Apart from that, we had pretty nice battles all around. So, and satisfactory. Teammate also got taken out again once after the first chicane. I don't know how. We probably check that later. But yeah, it was weird for him to be in that specific gravel trap. But yeah, overall, just the redemption from Hockenheim, where the GPU decided to give up and not let me race.
Yeah, so quite a good race from your side.
Yeah,
Amazing.
in the end, it turned out to be very good. I wasn't expecting myself to be on the podium hardly anyway, not even like winning.
Yeah, so you've done quite an
Yeah.
amazing job in the end.
Yeah, the others also started battling in the front. They also had two stops, and I tried to go for that one stop. Then she worked out. She put me in a place where I could attack from slipstream.
Fair enough. So yeah, big congratulations on your win here.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I hope you will throw some party and invite me.
Yeah,
So yeah, congratulations and bye bye.
thanks. See you.
See you, bye bye, have a good night. Okay, so that was pretty much everything from me today. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed it, and we will see you next week at the Sao Paulo Brazilian Grand Prix. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join our Discord server so you can race with us. We do multiple leagues, but this one is by far the biggest. Enjoy it, and see you all tonight.